to do another video, this time on these two Coastal Hillbilly bags. I have the mid-size bucket here today, which is a new one. So I want to go over all the details of the mid-size bucket here and then compare it to the shoulder carry. Because I know when I was first looking into her bags, I had a hard time deciding between these two. Fate kind of decided for me with being able to get this one used from a group. I got really lucky and I've fallen in love with this one, and then I found this one used from a group as well, just to try out the style and see how it compared. And yeah, I'll go over my final verdict of which one I prefer towards the end. First, let's go over all the details on the mid-size bucket. So I'll move that guy out of the way. And guess what? I remembered my ruler and the scale ahead of time, so I'm totally prepared. So this mid-size bucket is super cute. It is a great size. It's only a bit smaller, a little bit smaller than the shoulder carry, and a little bit lighter. And it's kind of my perfect size. It fits everything perfectly. Okay, I'm just trying to rub out some of the pull-ups so I can show it. It fits everything I carry perfectly with a little bit of extra room, so it's kind of my perfect size. The only thing that I'm not totally crazy about is the shoulder carry strap. So here's the inside. It has a zipper. It's a really nice zipper. You can see when the zipper is closed, it's pretty secure. There's not really a lot of space for anything on the edges to get out, or nothing's gonna fall out. And then it doesn't open all the way on this side, but it does open all the way on this side. So it's pretty easy to get in there. There's no seam along the bottom. There's only the seams on the inside corners, just like the shoulder carry. And then there is an inside pocket. It's a little smaller on this bag, but there's a good inside pocket. And then it has the same construction with the material over the inner seam on both sides. And this one is a little different too because it's one piece all the way with the additional strip of leather across the bottom here. And then obviously the not having the tote style handles attached to the front is different. Instead, the handles are attached here, which I like the way that looks. It seems really secure. And I like for the crossbody, especially having them on the side is really nice. And then of course it has the tassel attached to the zipper, and then the external pocket, which is a really good size pocket. Could fit 5 phones in there. Maybe not 5, maybe 4, maybe 5. I don't know. You could fit your phone and then some, phone and keys, phone and chapstick. You can fit a lot in there. So let's see, I'll show on the body. And the reason I don't love this bag is one simple little thing, and that is the shoulder carry handle. It's very comfortable. It's a good drop. It looks nice, it feels nice. It's great to carry. The only thing I don't love about this type of shoulder carry is it's very difficult to get in here. I can't unzip it all the way while it's on my shoulder. I have to take it off, hold it with 2 hands, and open the zipper. And then I can get in there. I can get in there kind of well. It's still a little bit, it's easier to get in there, have it down on my elbow. Excuse me. So it just makes it a little difficult to use it on the shoulder. Definitely not my favorite way to carry it. And then if I want to zip it back up, it's very difficult to get that zipper and zip it back up. It's easier just to take it off and use two hands. So I've seen a lot of the mid-sized buckets with the clasp closure instead. That style doesn't really appeal to me. I prefer a zipper, but I could see why the clasp closure would be good with this style of handle, or shoulder drop, or shoulder carry handle, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say, because the clasp could be a little easier to get into than the zipper. Whereas like the shoulder carry, having the tote style handles on the front and the back, you can pull one of them forward and you've got really good access to that opening. You can close and open the zipper while it's on your shoulder really easily, and then get in there while it's on your shoulder as well. So I hope that shows a good comparison of why I prefer the tote style handles, having two handles as opposed to this one, which I kind of thought I wouldn't like this, and yeah, it's not my favorite. It's the only thing I don't love about this bag though, other than like when it is zipped, the zipper is kind of far down in there, and then the tassel kind of hangs a little funny sometimes. That kind of bugs me. It's not a huge deal though. It's not a deal breaker. If I only had this bag and I didn't have the shoulder carry, I would carry this and love it and make it work. But I would probably carry it, actually let's leave that on to show. I'd probably carry it crossbody. So I really do like the crossbody strap on this. Move this one out of the way. So you can carry it, it's on the second hole, so it's not the shortest setting. I can carry it on the shoulder. It works pretty well. And then you can carry it crossbody, which I actually really like carrying my bigger bags crossbody. So I know some people prefer a smaller bag for crossbody, but I like this size a lot for a crossbody. It would work really well for me. It might bug me not to have handles, at least like grab handles, but there's plenty to grab. It's not too bad. And then it's really easy to get into it when it's crossbody. So if I was keeping this bag, honestly, I'd probably take this shoulder handle off and just carry it crossbody. The shoulder handle, if it's sticking out this way, it kind of sticks out, just hangs there and kind of bugs me. So I would take that off if I was going to keep this one and do crossbody. But the reason I'm not keeping it is because I actually paid a little more for this one than I did for my shoulder bag. So I figure more bag, bigger bag for less money. And I just love this one. I love the design. I love the look. I love having the option of carrying it on my shoulder and being able to get in there, or crossbody. And I've carried it on my shoulder and crossbody fully loaded, and it was actually totally comfortable. It's a heavier bag, but it's comfortable for me. I've never had an issue. So this bag is like my baby of all my bags. I really love it. The hardware keeps hitting the counter. The other main difference is the leather. So these were both sold to me as the light worn saddle, but you can see they're a little different. This one is darker, thicker, bigger pebbles, but less actual texture that I can feel Like they're just kind of more shallow, but they're larger visually, the pebbles. And this bag has like the ideal pull up. I love the pull up of this leather. You can just run your finger and look at that pull up. It's so pretty. And then you can rub it off. It's gone. But when I had my items in here, just anything poking would create a little bit of pull up. You can squeeze it. It just feels oily and thick and has amazing pull up. Like honestly, if I could get this leather in this design, I would. But I really like this leather too. It's lighter, smaller pebbles with more texture. And it has some pull up too. It's not as dramatic. Like there's nothing there really. I have to pinch it pretty good to bring up any pull up. Kind of see that. It's also a lighter color and it's slightly thinner. So I love both of them, but this design wins for me personally. Yeah, I don't know. I love it. I love having a little more space, and they both smell really good too. So let's go over the dimensions of both bags. So I went over the dimensions of the shoulder carry in another video, but I will recap those. So it is 11 inches high, and the mid-size pocket is also 11 inches high. So they're the same height. This one's just a little slouchier, so it's hard to tell. They're the same height, and then the shoulder carry is 12 inches from corner to corner on the bottom, and the bucket is 10 and a quarter. So it's definitely not as long that way. And then the depth. So it has the same construction with having like this piece of extra leather, which just gives it more structure and more durability across the bottom. And that piece is 5 inches. But if we're going corner to corner, because the corners are kind of where like these sides are bulging too, so that's really more accurate at the depth. So corner to corner is 5.5. But with this soft leather, like it squishes, it conforms to your body really nice. So 5.5 is not too deep. That's a good depth. And the shoulder carry, I think is the same. It is 5 inches across the strip of leather here. Corner to corner is a little over 5.5. So maybe just a touch more. Excuse me. So they're pretty much the same depth and height. In height and depth, they are the same. It's really just the length that differs. And it's not a huge difference, but I can definitely tell when I've loaded this one up that there's not quite as much space this way. But like I said, it's kind of perfect. Oh, and then let's measure the back pockets. So they look about the same. This one looks bigger, but I think it's because it's on a slightly smaller bag. So it's kind of an illusion. The shoulder carry pocket is 7.5. It might be easier if I did this facing me. 7.5 by 9.5. And the bucket is 8.25, so it's a little taller, by 9.5. So this pocket actually is a touch bigger, a little bit taller. Doesn't look taller though. But it is, I don't know. That is how it measures though. It's a little bigger. It doesn't seem bigger though, like just to my eye. My hair's all over. I guess it does seem a little bit bigger to the eyeball. So it is a little bigger. And then the last thing I want to go over would have to be the weight. Since this one's a little smaller, there should be a weight difference. So I've got my scale. Actually had everything ready this time. And then I've just got a box because they're a little too slouchy to kind of hold themselves up on the little scale platform. So the bucket, it's not right. Come on. It is, oh my gosh, come on. 2 pounds, 11 ounces. And the shoulder carry is 3 pounds and 1 ounce. So let's try that one more time. Sorry, I'm just double checking. Okay, yeah. So it was showing a different weight than the last time I had actually already weighed these. 2 pounds and 11 ounces, 3 pounds and 1 ounce. So there's a 6 ounce difference between the two, which is almost half a pound. So that's pretty significant. But like I said, I've carried the shoulder carry as a crossbody and it was actually pretty comfortable. Actually, it was completely comfortable and I had all my stuff in there. I didn't unpack or pack light or anything. And it was for a good long shopping trip. So I love having the option of carrying it crossbody, and shoulder straps don't stick out funny like the mid-sized bucket. So yeah, the shoulder carry is the winner for me. But like I said, if I only had the mid-sized bucket, I would love it. I would make it work. I would only carry it crossbody, but I would make it work. But I prefer the shoulder carry style. So I hope that answers any questions anyone had. I think I went over everything. The main difference between the two is just the length that way, where the handles are attached, and the leather is a little different. So if I could get this leather in this design, I totally would. I think that would be the best of all worlds because I really love this leather. It's just, it's so amazing. That pull-up is so fun and it just feels thick and lush and oily and yeah, that is the main reason I considered keeping this one, but this one feels amazing too. It's soft and it has some pull up too. It's got a little scratch there for me carrying it, and it should patina really, really nice and get a bit darker with age. So it's just gonna get beautiful character. This bag is actually my favorite of all my bags, and I hesitate to say that because I have some K&Ms that I absolutely love, but this one takes the cake. This one is my favorite, and I love it so much. I'll switch into a different bag, and then I find myself putting everything back in this bag, and yeah, I might just have to carry this nonstop for a good while. But anyways, hopefully I didn't ramble on too much. It's kind of early for me. I know it's 11:30, but it's kind of early, and hopefully I answered any questions anyone had. Thank you so much for watching, And please leave any comments if you have any more questions I didn't go over or forgot anything. I love more video ideas. Like if there's a brand of purse that's full grain leather that you'd like me to see or like me to do a review on, I might, I mean, I'd love to hear, and I might invest in some other brands to do some reviews on, because I might find something else that I really love. So thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoy, and I just love sharing my love for purses. So have a great day.